Fortunately, in Spain, they sell tortillas in a
Tortillas, yeah.
supermarket, Mexican food. Um, it's
What is quesadillas,
expensive.
Amanda? Amanda,
What
what
about
is
chili
quesadilla?
beans?
Oh, Rita asked me what is quesadilla. And do you know that the Mexican tortilla?
Yeah,
It could
yes,
be
yes.
it could be out of a flour or it could be out of corn. And
Okay,
once you
okay.
have the tortilla, you just put cheese and you put it on a pan. You put in cheese and you bend it like a
Okay,
semicircle.
yeah. In Italy, in Italy, we have piadina, piadina. Okay, this
Piadina.
is the piadina. That is a sort of a pizza, but it's not a pizza because pizza is another thing. Okay, but anyway, it's something round, very thin. Okay, made up of flour or corn as well. And so in the northern parts of Italy, they use this kind of piadina.
Yeah, actually, my father used to put besides the cheese, we put onions, mushrooms. You can put whatever.
Yeah,
I said this is a Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
Amanda, you know this. You know this roundabout tortilla. I picked to make pizzas. Yeah. I'm used to make pizza with this stuff. You know.
A good method to clean up your fridge. Okay, when you have some cheese, some piece of cheese or other vegetables or tomatoes, you make tortillas. I make a pizza, and so I clean up my fridge.
Yeah, I need to learn how to prepare tortillas.
We buy them.
Do you like tacos too, Amanda?
Tacos, yeah, it's the same like
Tacos.
quesadilla, but instead of cheese, you put something else.
Chili beans?
Chili, even salt. When I was a child, my mom wasn't there because she used to work a lot, and we were alone with my siblings. We prepare tacos of salt. You put just salt and that's it. You eat it.
Yeah.
And so just tacos and salt.
Yeah.
and water.
Very easy for a child to prepare their own food or snack.
My family and I, we get together to make barbecue every Christmas Eve and New Year's, you know.
Yeah, barbecue sounds good.
Brazilian, we are crazy about barbecue, you know. Oh, let's go. Okay. Where did it stop? The fourth one, the fifth one, please. Let's go about you, Rita, please. Grow apart from somebody.
Grow apart from somebody, to stop having a closer relationship with somebody over a period of time, or two or more people become gradually estranged. They say two friends never grow apart. They only lose touch. And so the question is, have you ever grown apart from a close family member or friend? Yes, unfortunately, a long time ago, it happened because I was very, very close to a friend of mine, but then the events of our life, they divided us. And so for a long period, we were apart, but now we are united. And so we are very, very happy because she was a mate, a schoolmate. And so when you spend the school years with another friend, with another person, and you you share the same desk, okay? So there is a sort of very, very, very strong feelings among you two. And so, yes, I was very happy to have met her again. And so now we are good friends again, yeah.
Okay. Karen, please, are you ready?
Yes. Well, in my case, something very similar that happens to me also, as Rita said. I have my best friend. We met when we were 2 years old. So after that, we grow together. We grow up together until I got into the university. At that time, we grew up, grow apart. We grow apart because I was studying all the time at the university. She started working. She didn't. She
Hello again, Alan.
didn't. She
Okay.
didn't go to the university. So yeah, and that time our way was like a divided into ways. And after that, yeah, we tried to be very in touch, try to be in touch until now, but now we live far away from, well, I moved to my childhood neighbor, so now I live far away. Well, it's not that far away because Costa Rica is a small country, but we cannot see each other frequently. We try to talk on, messages, WhatsApp, those things, but now we cannot see frequently.
Okay. Alan, please, the fifth one, the number 5.
Okay. Is this relationship with family or family and
Grow
friends?
apart from somebody. To stop having a close relationship with somebody over a period of time.
Oh, wow.
With family or friends?
Have you ever grown apart from a close family member or friend?
Yes, I mean, it's like everything else, really. Unless you make the efforts, people tend to sort of just carry on living their own lives. And I suppose it's only in recent years of two of my children have become closer, because mainly because we have access now to WhatsApp and Messenger and Skype, and that makes a hell of a difference. If it wasn't for the new technology now, I don't think we would ever meet up, really. Obviously, I try to go back to the UK once a year at least and meet everybody. And of course, since I moved to Spain, my first ambition was to meet as many people and make friends, as many as possible, which I was quite successful. And I probably had about 10 or 12 people that I used to correspond with. Some have fallen by the wayside. I mean, everybody has their personality is very different. I'm sorry to see that some never bother to write now. I think, and that this is just a coincidence, really. But I think Amanda is probably one of the few that we've stayed close together. Well, it's because we just seem to get along okay in spite of the age difference. It's just one of those things. I think you either you find some commonality with the person that you meet and you share that friendship. And I had that friendship with perhaps a couple of other people, but other than that, I just get the odd text now and again, or very few video calls. But for me, it's nice to be able to have a video call because of my hard of hearing. I like to read their lips a little bit. I can't just do it on audio alone. So for me, a video call.
Alan, can I ask you where are you from? Where are you from exactly?
Can you repeat that?
Where are you from exactly?
Oh, I'm from England, from the UK, but I lived in Spain now for the last 12 years.
Oh, that's so good. What brought you to Spain, my dear friend? What brought you to Spain?
Sorry?
Alan, what brought you to Spain?
Where exactly?
In the province of Andalusia. Just outside
Malaga.
Yeah. Famous.
Malaga.
Everybody knows Malaga.
Malaga and the Picasso.
Yeah.
Because I fall in love with your accent, because your English is perfect, of course, because you are an English teacher.
I still might have a dialect because I'm from the Midlands, from the centre of England.
Yeah, I know.
Birmingham, and the accent there is terrible. Believe me.
Terrible. Yes, I know.
I hate it. Yeah. But I've lived in the southwest of England longer than I have where I was born. So I picked up a bit of Cornish accent. Right down to the southwest. Not country bumpkins exactly, but they do have a their own way of expressing themselves. And some people think I've come from Devon, a little bit further up north from Cornwall. So yes, I don't know. Any other people can tell me what my accent is like, but as long as it's coming over.
Anyway, I try to imitate you. I try to imitate you
Rita,
and
be
your
yourself.
accent. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you tried to imitate Alan? Wow.
Yeah, because I love not the
You love
accent,
the UK accent.
Yes, definitely. Yes, I prefer the British accent to the than the American one. Maybe because I studied the English in English, and so this is a sort of a fil rouge. Okay, and so, but anyway, yeah.
Well, they're coming together these days. It's becoming English American, and people just make their own choice whether they prefer English. Some like them both. But I notice over the years, American is gradually creeping a lot more into our language. And I know by the way you speak, and certain letters are changed. The letter T is gone, and it's almost changed to the letter D. So it's water or little. Little or water, the T is gone. We're becoming more Americanized as time goes on. I've got no qualms with that really, but
so many
changes.
I can pronounce what, so I can pronounce a water. If it's good for me, American.
This is no disrespect to you, Tony, but you mentioned the Beatles.
Beatles.
And I thought, Beatles? You mean the Beatles?
Beatles,
so,
the Beatles.
There you are. There's an example of American. People often say the Beatles.
Yeah.
Nobody says Beatles these days because pure English is gradually fading away, and we're getting a little bit more Americanized.
Right. Yeah. I couldn't agree more. I am used to American. Sorry, guys.
Yes.
Door, water, Beatles. You know.
Water. Yeah.
meetings instead of methane. Water. I can stand with water. I can get along with water. Alan, I can get along with water, doors, you know, American.
Anyway, pay attention when you pronounce little, Tony, because if you pronounce little, you can go to a supermarket.
You know,
you can go to a supermarket because little is a chain supermarket, and so pay attention.
Alan, please, how guys you in UK you pronounce natural?
Well,
Americans say natural.
The Spanish is gradually creeping into my vocabulary, and I'm finding I'm beginning to use a little bit of the Spanish pronunciation rather than English. Natural. Not natural, as in Espanol.
Natural in Portuguese, natural in Spanish, in English, natural. People from the United States, they say natural.
Natural.
Because the curse of blessed schwa, okay, that is everywhere. I can find this schwa. Oh my gosh.
Just one thing I can say right now, okay? As longer people can understand our accents, it's quite important, okay? Our pronunciation is everything. Yeah.
Pronunciation should be clear as much as possible. The accent, of course.
But once again, if you were to listen to people, Etonians, our Prime Minister is an Etonian. His education was in the College of Eton. And like the Royals, they have this sort of accent that is, I don't know. I mean, if ever you've listened to the Royals speaking or any of the ministers from Parliament, they have this Etonian accent. And they tend to accentuate their words. And it's almost as though they've got a plum in their mouth.
They are a bit posh.
It's okay, but you know, it's a bit over the top, really. It's not natural, as I call it.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's nice.
I heard that it's good to even to go to extreme with the accent, acting the accent. Make you improve it, even if it sounds strange for you. Like there is a program of Peppa Pig, and my daughter started with that cartoon, and say like, She was very, very extreme with the accent. Well, she was trying to copy everything. So he said, "Mommy, can we go to the park?"
The park, yes,
The
very
park,
posh. They
yeah.
say these speak very posh.
The
Very
cartoon
posh.
kind of push, but it seems that it has helped my daughter. She, definitely, she has a better accent than me.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's different for children than the
And
other
now
people.
it's
Okay,
a lot of American.
they are a sponge and they absorb in a very easy way what they listen to and what they do, etc. And so that's why, because it's better to learn language when you are very, very little, when you are very little.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Our chat, our topic just became into coffee chat.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
By the way,
And
Alan, do you love coffee as I do?
Oh, absolutely. I drink more coffee than tea. It's funny. I was looking for some English tea in the supermarket today, and I couldn't find English tea anywhere. So I have to go back to Mercadona. That's the only place I can get black tea, as we call it.
No, Alan, don't poison yourself. Don't poison yourself. Don't go to McDonald's, please. Well,
it's the only place that sells English tea.
English.
Okay.
I can't go to Eroski's. I've walked miles. It's like walking around a maze. If you go to Eroski's, Elinkenio, I think it's pronounced. But oh dear, there's all these flavored teas, anything but black tea. And I thought, well, would you believe it? They're one of the biggest stalls in Spain, and I can't get black tea. But back to Mercadona tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I told Amanda, you're lucky because you have a fountain right in front of you to speak in English.
Oh, yes. Well, I admire you all because you're all, none of you are English, but your English is superb. I keep telling Amanda the same. It just amazes me because it puts me to shame when I've lived here for so long and I can't speak good Spanish that enough to get me by, but I'm far from fluent. But I just haven't put the effort in. I just simply, I'm not saying I'm not motivated, but I'm beginning to get my backside in gear now and try and learn the language.
Yes, nice.
Do you use the translator, your mobile?
Oh, well, yes, I often, without my mobile, on the odd occasion, I type something in there and show the bus driver what I wanted to say. But I'm getting into it a bit more now, but enough to do shopping and maybe go to the bank, but I can't have a conversation with a Spanish person, really. I speak far too fast for my liking. And even if my hearing was good, I don't think I could really, from my locals here in Alcocin, with it's just impossible, absolutely impossible. But then they might say the same for me, that English people speak far too fast. How am I going to learn English if you jabber away there like monkeys, you know? We're all guilty of it. We just assume that the speed at which I'm talking to you is fast enough that you can pick up what I'm saying. And I think that's the most important.
So when you talk, you speed down, you low the speed.
I deliberately try and slow it down a little more than I would normally, but you know, because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end trying to learn Spanish.
In the morning, I don't know if you know the TV show called QI. Question QI. It's from England, the program, but part is comedy and they talk so fast. So you have to get the joke and also to understand the vocabulary because they talk so fast. but the program is hilarious because they act jokes. So you don't understand, but as they are acting, laugh because their faces, because they're acting. I think it's part we had to need to do that. I try to move my hands now, but because I remember the program that they're so expressive. You don't understand. Oh, for me it was hard, but they are so expressive that it's so funny.
Yeah, I think that watching film or videos, in my opinion, this happened to me, is so frustrating and so irritating because I cannot understand all the plot, all the words, because they laugh, they cry, they use slang, there are a lot of noises in the background. And so for me, it's a really difficult task to grab all the words. And so I sometimes when I watch a film, I think to myself, oh my gosh, I want to give up with English, okay? And then I prefer instead listening to podcasts because I think that they are excellent to improve the language, and reading a lot, okay? And also this meeting, this kind of conversations with other friends, as we are doing now at the moment. But if I want to learn in a different way, I listen a lot to the podcasts, okay? Because they are short, so I can focus my attention on them just for 10, 15, 20 minutes. And when I read a book, even though I don't understand all the words, but I can stop myself, I can underline the word, I can come back, I can look it for in a dictionary, and so for me it's better.
And of course, their acting as well, their movements is telling the story also. Apart from speaking, you're picking up a little bit of both.
Different. I like audiobooks that are already on YouTube because it's the easy way for me. But there are also sometimes you find the PDF of the book because there is not audiobook on YouTube. And today I found an app. Well, it's easy to find, but it didn't came to my mind that I could find a reader for me. So you put the PDF file to the app. That is a reader out loud, and they read it for you in a kind of machine voice, but it's not so bad. And if you read it along with the people, there are words that it could be difficult, the pronunciation, but as you listen to the machine voice, you can pronounce a little bit better.
Anyway, Amanda, I think that shadowing technique is excellent for us non-native speakers. I use it when I am with the English speakers, native English speakers. I use shadowing because shadowing also when you read an audiobook, for example, when I listen to a podcast, I try to use this technique. For me, is excellent. Really amazing.
This is excellent.
Shadowing, because in the first moment maybe it's a bit difficult because you cannot use the same speed, but then day after day you improve your speed and you improve your comprehension and you feel more and more confident in yourself. Because I think
that goes for any skill, really. If you're learning any skill, whether it's language or whatever, you shadow somebody. Just like I was learning skills, I would copy the person that was teaching me. It's like a child. They pick up everything from their mother or father, and that's how we learn, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
This app that I told you, it has different speeds, so you can make it. You read it slow. Also, the settings on YouTube. I used to shadow or mimic Christian Saunders in the first the videos that
Christian is excellent. Christian is
I used to put
slightly Australian, but he's very good.
There is a podcast that he made with David Everest. So they were all two native speakers, so they speak a little bit faster. But what I did is on YouTube, you slow the speed, like 70% of the speed.
I just imitate people in my mind. After that, I am myself, you know, all my way, you know. I have all my way. Yeah.
It's funny because in Mexico there are different accents, and if I talk with someone from Mexico City that they have a particular accent, I get it in 5 minutes. I'm speaking like them. But in English, it's kind of difficult.
Well, that's funny. I noticed that when I go back to the UK, my daughter has picked up the local accent. I'm not saying she sounds like a foreigner, but she's accent has changed completely. It's amazing because she's mixing with people every day.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same. It's the same everywhere. It's the same everywhere because in a different part of the country, you find different regions with different dialects, intonation, or things like that. And so, and so that's why we have to be clear as much as possible when you speak in, also in our own language. Okay, so if you speak slowly and clear, so this is a good.
Where are you from, Rita? From the north or south?
No, I am from the southern part of Italy, south of Italy. Yeah, south of Italy.
Italy, the southern part.
Italy.
If you talk to Pasquale, both of you have the
Pasquale, for example, Pasquale lives in the center of Italy, Naples. Naples is in the center of Italy. If you listen to a Neapolitan person speaking in a dialect, it's another language, for example.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's impossible to understand.
Oh my goodness.
Very funny because Neapolitan is maybe for me is wonderful, but sometimes very difficult. And if you go to the north, in Venice, for example, in Milan, it's the same. It's the same.
Wow.
Where am I at the moment? I am in Italy or I am in another part of the planet? Where am I? Because,
Is it nice climate there, Greco?
Sorry?
It must be a nice climate.
Nice climate.
Yeah, very nice. Today, for example, in the southern part, there is a dome of humidity, and it's very, very irritating because when the atmosphere is full of humidity, you can't breathe in a very good way. Okay, but anyway, usually in the southern part of Italy, the climate, the weather, it's good.
Very nice.
Good, yeah.
So where do you go for your holidays? And if you go on holiday? Where do you like to go? France or?
Well, I usually during my holiday I stay here because nothing is better than Italy during the summer day. Okay, because I love traveling, because I consider traveling an investment. But when it's too hot, it's not very comfortable, and so I prefer to go and travel in September or in spring. Okay. Think about, for example, coming to Spain in August. No, it's not possible.
Oh, it's too hot.
No, 40 degrees, 39.
Oh, yeah.
Well, depends. Even Madrid is very hot in summer. Madrid. The north could be better.
I went to Spain in April during the Easter summer, 2 years ago, before pandemic. And so, yes, it was a very nice, comfortable moment because,
nice time of year. Yeah.
Nice time. Yes, nice time.
Yeah.
So with spring, you never know. Some weeks are very winter, very windy.
Yeah.
But it's like 4 days and then the sun shines.
Yeah. I went to Holland because my children live there, and so usually I go to Holland in spring, but it was so frozen. Very, 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 very cold spring. Okay, very windy and very different from Italy.
I can imagine. Yes. I've
Holland,
only ever made a flying visit to Holland. I've never stayed there for more than a day visit and back to Belgium. When my sister lived in Belgium, I used to do day trips, and I was quite impressed with the country there.
Yeah. I love the North Europe because they have another sense of the state, another sense of the society, very different from the Italian one. Okay, they respect the behavior, they respect the neighborhood, they respect also what is a public property, that because they understand that public property is actually a private property, because I pay taxes, and so what is public is also mine. In Italy, but also in Spain, because the Spanish and the Italian people are very similar under some aspects. We are cousins, okay? We are cousins. We are not brother and sister, Spanish and Italian, but we are cousins. So in
Italy used to be from Spain.
Where would you recommend, if we were going to spend a holiday in Italy, where would you recommend we book a hotel, or what part?
Well, yes, I recommend you to go to Naples and Costiera Amalfitana.
To see Pasquale, Naples.
Yeah. If you are
Pasquale, get ready because we are coming to visit you, Pasquale.
If you are
Ma che cosa Rita?
Yeah. If you are interested in monuments, in history, you can find monuments, relics, temples, arenas, and anything and everything everywhere. And so you can.
I'm interested in architecture. I'd like to see the buildings, architecture.
Yeah.
Okay, Alan.
Which period of?
Alan, you can say La Bella Italia, okay? La Bella Italia.
Roma is full of.
What happened to our other two colleagues, by the way, Karen and the other lady?
I don't know.
What happened to the other two ladies we had on the screen?
We lost them because Karen needed to go to work. Okay, she worked from home.
Karen worked from wayside, as we say.
Yeah, no, okay. But the other lady, I don't know. The other lady.
Right, for people like me, retired.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, unfortunately, we have to finish this beautiful, beautiful meeting. Okay.
Are we on again next
Golden
Monday?
Key, right?
A week's time.
Next Monday. Okay.
On Monday, okay? Bye bye.
Fantastic.
See you.
Send me
It was fantastic.
Password. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
That's okay. Alan, thank you all.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
Ciao. Ciao.
It was
Ciao.
a
Ciao.
big pleasure. Ciao, ciao.